Hey guys, welcome back to KSP Season 1, and let's start doing some science. You'll remember in the last episode we finally unlocked some of our radial decouplers, got a little more control surfaces, and my favorite, the LV909. This is probably my favorite engine this entire game. We got some landing legs, that'll be nice, and some better parachutes that'll help us slow down when we're coming back, because we do want to come back for all of our missions. We want to recover here on Kerbin. I'm not a big fan of transmitting back. It's pretty much just a waste of your time. You might as well just come back to Kerbin each and every time. I mean, it's just a waste. So let's go ahead and start building our next craft. Get our command pod down. Try to do this quick for you guys. I don't want you getting too bored watching these. Of course, the decoupler, it's going to save some weight when we come back down. When I get our mystery goo on there. Our goal for this episode is to get into orbit around Kerbin. We're pretty much done doing Kerbin biomes, because let's face it, that's just boring. Nobody likes doing Kerbin biomes. It's just a pain. Oh, come on. There we go. So you gotta be careful, because sometimes this gets stuck, but it should still detach from our lower fuel tank and everything, so we should be fine. And you guys have noticed I do like to over-engineer my rockets. I just enjoy doing this a lot, so it's a lot more fun for me. Let's go ahead and get another decoupler on there. Oh. Yeah, that station will work. Let's see. We're on two of these. Should be plenty to get us out of the atmosphere. Actually, you know what? Let's do 4 of these, just to keep it entertaining. I don't know why I added that stage. A little off my game today. I've had a lot of stuff going on. But we'll still get through this. Now, yeah, these are just for aesthetics. I'm not using Ferrum Aerospace right now. I do enjoy using it, but aesthetics, just look how much better that looks, let's be honest. I mean, come on. That just doesn't look good. And yeah, that should be... Oh, you know what? Let's add one more fuel tank to this to be safe. And that should be everything. Should be plenty. That one parachute should be plenty. Okay. And you notice I'm not giving any special craft names or anything like that. You know, maybe later on when I get into a Duna series, which I plan on doing, we'll actually name our crafts and have a little more fun. This is just kind of a how-to to quick science guide. Gotta love that music. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and lower my volume really fast. I forgot to do that. Sorry, guys. Otherwise, it's going to be way too loud for you. Come on. Give me that sweet spot. I've been dragging it. There we go. Okay, well, it looks like I wasn't paying attention, and I just lost the footage of that launch. But if you come here, you'll see we got around 50 science. I think we had actually like 14 left over or something like that. So now the hard part, to decide what we want to unlock. I have Inferno Robotics, which gives us all these cool robotics parts, which we're really not worried about right now in these early stages. But we will get struts, which is very important. Struts are your friend in this game. Control, nice inline reaction wheel would be awesome as well. Fairings, just, you know, I like to have fun, make realistic crafts sometimes, but this is what's important, is this and these. So we're definitely going to go with this. And then, next we got some nice solar panels to recharge the batteries, which will be important. But after this, we'll wait till we get there, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do next. But right now, we are going to design a craft for the moon. Let's just go ahead and start new. As always, command padding K1, always good. Mark 1, whatever you want to call it. Works no matter what you call it. So, throw on this little guy here. This little guy again, my favorite. I'll probably say that every time I click on it. And then the important part, since we're going to the moon, we're going to need extra delta V to get there. Which, forgive me if I'm using that term incorrect. I really don't care though, so, don't judge. It's not good to judge people. Throw on 4 of these puppies. Oh, you know what? Let's offset these the other way so we can get out easier. More of these guys. What else are we looking for? This decoupler, which would be awesome. And now before we do that, we got this, which is our new science part. And we're going to want to keep that. I could just take... Actually, yeah, we'll put a decoupler on that. Because who needs the extra weight when landing, right? It just makes things awkward. And at the same time, I don't want to have to remember to take that out. So you know what? We're not going to chance it. We're just going to leave it on there. Throw this decoupler on. Make sure it's in the right spot. There we go. Throw our parachute on. And since we're leaving these on, we're going to throw these down here. Make it look a little bit better at least. I'm going to throw on some batteries. Really only worried about power for getting there. Once on our way back, it won't take that long. And our trajectory on the way back will be pretty much a crash landing and a curb anyways, so we don't really have to worry about power on the way home. Those are in a good spot. You always want to, retract those. Make sure you have clearance. Otherwise, you're going to break off an engine and not be able to get back home. So pretty much these 4 engines are going to take us to the moon and land us on the moon. This last tank and engine is going to be what gets us back. Now we might get lucky and get back on these, but just in case, this is like our backup and reserve, which in KSP you always want to have a backup and a reserve plan, so keep that in mind. You know what, just because it's got cool green lights on it, we're going to throw 2 on here. Oh, that's 1. See, and I've got this mod, which is called, I think it's like D-Orbital Science or something like that. I keep saying I'm going to add these in the description, and one day I will, don't worry about it. But this one's pretty much for rovers and stuff. I could use it, but that would be cheating, and I don't want to do anything that you guys can't do without stock parts as far as science goes. So I'm not going to use it. And this is probably my favorite antenna just because it looks cool when it's retracted. I don't know if you can do it. Yeah, you can't do it in here. I'll show you when we get out of here. And then, of course, make it look good. There we go. Should I hit these? No, they won't fit anyways. Okay, and then our main lifting stage, which is going to be a little bit more complex this time around. We're going to do those 2. Oops. Come on. And we're going to have 4 of these. Come on. There we go. Those new engines yet, but we will eventually. So those 4, those are middle ones. Pull that down here. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, we want to wait on this engine because I keep thinking we have fuel lines, but we don't have fuel lines yet. Fuel lines are the next best thing to struts. They help you out a lot. And then let's get our boosters on. Oh, come on. You'll notice parts can be tricky sometimes, but just kind of wiggle them around a little bit and eventually you'll get them on there. It's all good. No need to get angry at this game like I do too often for no apparent reason. This is usually my fault anyways, so. And aesthetics. You guys are gonna hate me by the end of the series because of this. Oh, and these don't want to go on. Come on. Oh, I can see him flashing green too. Come on. Okay. Fuck those things. We're not going with those. Excuse my language. Not really. You don't have to excuse it. We're all mature adults here. Okay. That should be good. Now that's crazy design, but it looks good, right? You guys know it looks good. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's give, you know what, Jebediah, he gets too much time in the spotlight, so we are going to give it to Bill. Because he's way more dumb to do a mission like this. He knows he's bound to fail, but he doesn't care, because he's not smart enough to realize it. He just knows it. It's like his life. That's all he knows is failure. Okay, let's let's go ahead and launch this. This might be a slightly longer episode. I'm not really sure what my time's running right now. I'm not really worried about it, you know. Most people are worried about it, but I do these for fun. So, sorry if it's too long for you guys to sit down and watch, but I like it. And we got these 4 going, 4 boosters. Yeah, we want to run these with the boosters this time because we're going to need that extra power. And let's go first. I just want to check this, make sure everything's good. Because that's the worst part about a launch. So I got these igniting before that detaches. That's not going to work. Those will go afterwards. We might change it once we're up there, but we'll find out. We will figure that out as we go. I probably should have put landing legs on that thing too. Oh well. We'll wing it. It might explode when we come back, but hopefully I'll remember to get the data out of it. Okay, let's launch. I'm gonna go 3/4 throttle so we don't run out before this boosters. And let's pray that we stay straight. Otherwise, this isn't gonna be a fun mission at all. Oh, it's wanting to turn on us already. Nope. Come on, quit spinning. There we go. Get rid of those things because they just screw you up. It's just nice to get that initial boost of power. I told you guys I like to lean a little bit early. It really helps with your speed right at the beginning. Might chew up a lot of fuel, but whatever. We're gonna ignite this one early too. So I probably should have put that ahead. Actually, right about now. Let's get that going. Let's get more of a turn on here. Oh, it's wanting to shake. That's never a good sign. Let's go ahead and lower our thrust a bit, because it's not liking that. We're going to drop these outer tanks soon. Oh, it's going everywhere. It doesn't want me to control it at all. Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's check our map. Probably not doing so hot. Oh, we're not doing bad actually. It's better than I thought we were doing. Don't worry with these. We'll have plenty to get to the moon. That's what's good about them. Maybe I should have ignited these before I dropped it. Oh well. Yeah, look at how fast these things get us. We're flying on them. Let's raise this up a little bit. We don't want to use... We get away with half if we have to. Or we could completely fail, who knows? Just want to get up to like 1,800 meters per second. That way we don't have to use a lot of fuel to circulate. We're already, dipping into it anyways, so might as well get it now while we can. So we're gonna slow down as long as we're getting pulled on by the gravity and the atmosphere and all that. But we're almost out of the atmosphere now, so there we go. Let's go ahead and circularize. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh. Too much. I don't know how I did that, but the number stayed on. That's nice. That's the first time it's done that for me. And if all else fails, you can always land on Kerbin and do more science to unlock a better engine for your launch stage or anything like that. Or you could, add 6 motors and 6 boosters. More power sometimes is better, sometimes it's worse. It just depends. I prefer to try to keep it minimalistic. You always end up needing less than what you end up taking if you're successful, at least, if that makes any sense to you guys. And to get the moon, it's actually going to be around 800 to 900 meters per second we're going to need. And we probably burn about 800 meters per second by the time this burns over. So we're going to be cutting it close. We're not going to have enough to land, that's for sure. So we'll probably just hit the orbit, come back, and use that science. And I can always get this science here because we haven't gotten it yet. But look how much it's worth. It's not too much. 25, whatever. We go to the moon, get double that. So we're just gonna reset it, and we are going to burn for the moon. Where's it at? That was always an optimal. People like to go during sunset, blah blah blah, which is pretty much where it's at, almost a little bit past. It's still good though. You're always going to be aiming for a little bit in front of it though. And the best return trajectory you can get, the better. So right now I'm at 227, I'm still going to hit the moon, and I'll still be able to get science for being that close. We're looking at 840 meters per second, so I was about right. Let's see if we can get that closer. 107, there we go. So, real simple stuff. You have to copy my design if you don't want to. You can always make something way better or whatever you like. I've made thousands of different designs. Well, maybe not thousands, but hundreds of different designs on this game. I think I've logged over 400 hours in my Steam profile on it. But that's how much fun this game is. It really was worth every penny that I used to buy it. Lock in right there. So we're looking at 20 seconds for our burn to start. There we go. Oh, there we go. and start burning. So pretty much we'll be able to get away with using everything in these tanks, and we could still use 3/4 of this center tank, and we'd still have enough to actually land back on Kerbin. So we've got plenty of fuel to do this. And with the science we'll gain, we'll have enough to unlock new engines and maybe even some solar panels. Never know. Oh look, we'll still end up with fuel on this. We might have even gotten away with the moon landing. No, we couldn't have done that. It would have been close though. There we go. So it was a little bit farther out than what I wanted, but it's still doable. Let's go ahead and speed up, get over there and do some science. I might be talking a little quiet to you guys, but that's because I don't have any sound absorbers up, so I don't really want sound bouncing back and forth and giving horrible quality. Right now I'm not in a very good room for voice right now, so it's kind of a pain. And there we go. Let's do some science. We're so far away, it doesn't matter if we're, all the way at our periapsis, because we're over 1,000,000 meters away, so there she is. Now let's see how this compares to Kerbin. Yeah, 75, 3 times as much. High radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It looks like it would be fun to paint the rocket with this. Yes, it does. And if you notice, that was a 20% transmission value. Now you'll understand why I would rather go back to Kerbin than to actually transmit it back to Kerbin. So that's even 30 points now. So just this one trip is going to be more science than what we've gotten all together so far. 15 for crew report. And let's EVA. Woo. Look at Bill go. He's looking down at Kerbin, saying, "Ha ha, Jebediah, ha ha." Recorded your observations of the situation. Yes, very, very generic. Very generic. So I'm going to climb back in. And let's go back to Kerbin. And we're actually going to, I believe we want to decrease it. So we're going to decrease. And notice we have plenty of electric. Now I used to come here without batteries, and I learned it was a bad idea because you would get so close and possibly run out right when you're trying to land, and this motor doesn't produce electricity, so it's a pain in the ass. And we should be able to, oh no, let's make it a bigger crap. We gotta go the other way. And this music might be too loud. You guys might want to let me know in the comments, because it just seems to get louder and louder every time I play, I swear. Or it could just be me, because of course I've got headphones on, so. Oh, and look at that. We're not going to have to use any fuel besides for this. Let's get down to 23, will be perfect. We'll be able to land with that. No problem. Zoom. Oof, that was close. Oh, aren't you guys happy? We're not going to hit land again. Actually, you know what? Let's try to hit land. What we have left. Oh, and I went the right way this time. You guys should be proud of me. Come on. I'm gonna try to aim for this. So that way, hopefully either way I'll still get it. I don't want to go above 30. Because if I'm right, pretty sure that's when he gets screwed. Okay, let's ditch these. That's my favorite part. Favorite part. And get ready for re-entry. Oh yeah, I never showed you guys this antenna. Love this antenna. It's so awesome. Now, don't actually click transmit. Click extend. Look at that. Oh, it's so nice. The way it folds out and everything. It's awesome. Can't wait for this .24 update with the new grappling arm. That's what I'm most excited for. I don't even care about the asteroid mission. Just give me the grappling arm and I'm happy. What's that say? Oh, I thought it said 80,000 for a second there. I got scared. Okay, we'll let this thing burn up in the atmosphere. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna hit land this time. Hit wrong buttons again. And go ahead and slow down, make sure we actually land. There we go. Hit the atmosphere, get some re-entry heat going. Ooh, getting wobbly. I don't want to land in the mountains. That's gonna not be fun. Gonna take that off. And let's drop this tank. Just, oh, look at that. I thought it was gonna come back and hit us for a second. That would have been hilarious. Let's give Bill a nice spin. Look at him freaking out down here. He's probably the most scary out of the bunch. Oh, go the other way. Okay, it's enough messing with Bill. And we're down to 300, so let's go ahead and launch a parachute. Or release. However you want to say it. Like I said, I try not to get technical. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I know it. I talk like this. Okay, let's speed this up again. We're going to be getting close. Try not to time accelerate when your parachute goes, because sometimes you get unwanted things happening, like parachutes ripping off and smashing into the ground, which we're really close. Wow. There it goes. About time. Scared me for a second. And here we are, home sweet home. Please don't explode. Oh, it exploded. Well, guys, that was a bad ending to a mission. I should have put the landing legs on. Let's recover anyways. We're not going to have much for science, but oh, we still got plus 51, which is nice, I guess. We can unlock our motors. Actually, those are only 20, aren't they? These are 45. Could really use control, which would be nice. What do we got in here? We got a couple KW rocketry motors and the stock LV T45, which has vectoring. So either way, we can get control out of this. And this has less thrust. And I rarely ever use these boosters. I'm not a big fan of them for their weight to thrust ratio. So we're going to go with this one. We really want reaction wheels. We're going to go with this. Oh, guys, that's a mission failure. Mission failure. Too bad. Oh well, that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll remember we'll remember landing legs. That's for sure. And I'll see you guys for that. It was fun. Leave a comment, subscribe if you liked it. Only if you liked it. And I'll see you next week.